Aye, cool.
No
Go
worries.
Scott.
You guys ready?
Pressure's on.
Yep.
How you doing, guys? Scott Grindlay here from For Fighting's Sake. We are joined with none other than Mescho Dunko, Hungryside promoter, Ali Smith, pure Muay Thai promoter, and UK number 6 and WMO British title holder, Craig Marshall. So
should
lads,
bring your
how are
belt.
you?
Fantastic.
See,
Why didn't you bring your belt?
I know.
Where is it?
Language.
Just in my house.
Have you got it
Hey, bring
mounted
a
above your
McDonald's.
head?
No, I don't actually.
You need to get it mounted.
I
mate.
doubt the weekend.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
So I'd like to start off with the Hungryside Supershow
Yeah.
2.0.
I'm not even going to call it 2.0.
No?
No.
Why?
That's, every year it's got to be a different show.
Okay.
It's got to be better than the year before. So I'm not going to go Hungryside 2, Hungryside 3, Hungryside 4.
Alright,
It's a totally different show.
to be
It's
fair,
still called Hungryside though.
Hungryside, aye.
That's
Super
right.
show.
But listen, see when you get a new iOS thing, Apple will not say iOS 11, so then you know you've got the better one. So it's always better. So you should maybe number it.
Nah,
that's a very fair point.
nah, I'm not going to number it. I'm
No
fine
number
with it. It's-
No.
You can't count, that's the real reason.
So I'd like to ask everybody what they first of all thought of the show. So we'll start with you, Mescho, as it was your show. How do you feel it went from the beginning, from the build-up, all the media days, and then the show and all the aftermath of it?
Oof, that's a lot. I think it went amazingly.
Mhm.
I think I built on for what we done last year. Last year was something special, and I think we've done another stage up.
Yep.
And a lot of what we've been doing, like with the 8-man, whatever, is just thinking on our feet and say, all right, I'm going to do this. And then go, right, well, then we're going to do media, and then we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and just adding on. So every year we'll have that as a starting point
Yeah.
for the following year. So I think it's just got to get built up and get better and better.
Yeah.
But I think as a fight fan, I think on the day of the show, the fights I seen on the day were amazing.
Oh,
I watched
phenomenal.
Watch
every
all that.
other fight back,
Yes,
and
man.
they were all amazing. That I mean, every fight was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought that the event was amazing.
Absolutely.
The venue was this world that's much better than Brayhead
Aye,
last
I
year.
like the venue.
Yeah, the venue's
Much
great.
better.
I'll get things to talk to you about that though.
Yeah.
Aye.
So what was your thoughts on it, Ali?
Oh no, much better than last year. Braehead was good, but again, it's like right out the road. East Kilbride's closer to me, so it was easier to get to.
That's it.
And every fight was brilliant. Obviously, with two camera fighters, three.
Three.
Kyle, Harvey, and Purdon on, who put
Yeah.
on brilliant fights.
Amazing
Yeah.
fights, yeah.
So we're right in the corners with them, and then other fights we've seen were top notch. But that's what I was going to say. You need to get the bar inside the venue because that just like
I
split.
know.
Splits the whole place up
Listen-
all the time. Everybody's out there, and then they're all like, "Oh, I missed that fight. I missed that fight." Loads of photo talking. I was
I
saying
think-
about Tom. We's
Aye.
mad
A
elbow.
lot of
Yeah.
people missed
They're like,
it.
oh, I missed it. I was out talking shite in the bar.
You see, the thing is, it's
Because the Gladiators arenas.
the arenas actually just new, so they're just building up as well.
Because they're not
Literally,
drink and all.
literally,
I
the,
heard that, aye.
They don't realise who's
85
coming.
quid a ticket.
literally the week after the show, that big, they had a shop, a Gladiator shop, for merchandise. They've changed it into a big bar.
Aye,
The
in
week
the
after
venue.
in the venue, but
good.
in the same bit.
You learn
But
from
also,
mistakes.
the kiosk will still serve drink.
Right.
Because I get lots of complaints about people having to stand for ages and served and stuff. But the venue's learning as well.
Aye.
Yeah,
There's
staff and that.
loads of little things on the day of the event that I'll change next time, but that's not necessarily what people notice.
still learning.
You know what I mean? Even like with the bands, when we put the band on, it said Block A, but by the time you put the band on, you couldn't see A. So people were walking into Block B, which was the first one, and they're going the wrong way, and I'm going, why is people coming in there? And then they're meant to be in the floor section, and it's like, I'm running about here, there and everywhere. But even little things like that will get fixed the next time.
No, that's good to hear. Well, I'd like to get the perspective of someone who's actually fighting on the show as well. Beautiful head kick, Craig.
Thank you.
Absolutely one of the most stunning head kicks I've ever seen. You said that at the media day. Did you hear what he said?
No, what did you say there? Blocked you, mate.
Fluky.
So at the media day, that's what you said.
Yeah.
You were going to
Called it.
come. You weren't going to take
Back
a back step, and I mean, you showed that in the second round. You just came straight out, bang. So talk us through it. How did you find
I
the full
don't even
day?
remember flinging it. I don't. I've actually knocked somebody out with it before. Knocked a guy out with Thailand, southpaw, question mark kick. So when it landed, I just prayed he never got up, and it was good. It was good. I enjoyed
What
it.
about the full day itself, like the lead up to the fight, the media day? What did you find
I thought it was.
special about
I thought
the
it was
occasion?
different. I thought it was very different to any other show that I fought on. Like the whole media the whole social media aspect. Like it was like a good. Got my name out there. I think even and with the knockout, got my name out there even further.
Of course.
So I think it's opened a lot of doors for me. For big fights for next year. So no, I'm really excited to see what next year brings.
No,
And the other fights I watched on Hungryside as well, there was a few good fights.
Did you manage to catch a few?
I watched a couple of them. Before the fight, I came out and I watched Kama Boy. Who was it? Kyle. Watched Kyle. Kyle and Kyle. I watched them.
My two favourite Kyles.
And then watched
Told you
Fazil's.
Kyle was
Watched
gonna win.
Fazil's fight.
He
He was good. I liked
that
him.
was a
Good
good
boxer.
fight.
He was sharp. He didn't take a backward step either. He was forward. He was good. Excited.
At one point, I'd matched you and him together,
Yeah.
but that was at
When Logan
63 and a
played
half. Aye, no, that was way at the beginning.
Paul asked me to fight him in
I know.
this Saturday. I was in Krakow. He's the size of me. I was like, no, I can't. I'm too fat now. I'm enjoying my time off.
But what we'll say is, I never seen your fight live, but we were through the back and I was helping get Rona ready.
heard
And
the
I
roar?
heard the roar.
That's Craig knocked him out.
I think it was the largest reaction of the night.
Biggest reaction of the night. It was phenomenal.
Flynn or Rudy had both said that. Like the full right hand side was
everything just
there for me.
erupted and I was away through the back, and then I went, oh, what's happened there? He's just dropped him, and then when he didn't get up, the place just went
No, it wasn't that.
amazing.
It was even that good. Whenever it.
You could actually hear you. I don't know if it was that my fight. You could hear you like being a loud talker on the commentators. I'm like, that's Ali. See the amount of times I've watched the fight. Like, that's definitely Ali. I can hear.
The loudest voice in the room.
No, I absolutely loved it. I mean, I prematurely jumped up on the apron because as soon as I saw it land, I was like, he's not getting up.
Oh no, it proper turned and face planted down.
He was out.
He was being
Wilson.
sick and everything through the back. I don't know.
Stuart Wilson, I had heard that.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
don't
give
know
him a
if
bit of
that's just a
confidence.
nerves thing. He was like proper whitey and
Stuart
then
Wilson, there's a photo, I think it was that Mac Illustrations, got a photo of Tyler Lai and Stuart Wilson behind like that. Like, it was a
Stuart
good,
Wilson does a ring, huh?
Yeah, it was a good
I
photo.
never saw that one.
that was a good photo.
I thought I saw most of the media stuff, but I'll have a look for that.
Because me and Michelle ran over to see you and congratulate you and all that, and then we were like, running back over the catwalk when you were walking down the house. He was like, hurry up, pal. I was like, aye, just do it, my lord.
Miko actually told me, because who was it? Santino asked if I wanted to say a few words, but I'd pissed about that much. Miko's like,
Doing your
get out the ring,
dance.
get out the ring.
When I watched it back, I saw him. Your dad was just about to get a photo with him. Miko's like,
I'll show me out the ring.
You've started the trend, do the marshy.
Aye.
That's it.
We were dancing a bit.
I know. No, so I'd like to talk about the plans for next year. So obviously you've announced that there's going to be a third show. You've already spoke. It's going to be in the same venue, correct?
exact same venue,
Yeah.
12th of September
My
next year.
birthday.
There you go. Well, it was my
There you
birthday on that one, so there you go. It's a
You want the
common theme here.
Birthday bash. He
So-
could be fighting next year.
It could be.
I'll be on first and then do a bit of media, alright. But I'd like to talk about the 8-man.
Yeah.
So obviously, because it was such a large part of this show, with the build-ups being on the Odd and More show, then the proper fight show. Talk us through that. Have you got a sort of weight category again? Are you going to do this one more
I'm
time?
strongly thinking about 68 kilos.
68 kilos.
Have you got 68?
There's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of people interested at 68. There's a lot of people at 67. And a lot of people at 68. And when I fought an 8-man up in Aberdeen, it was 67.5. So I'm like, aye, I think 68.
No.
Bring-
Will I come back?
No. I'd have to cut off 2 legs to make that weight now.
No.
But no, I think 68 kilos.
I think
but
James at that
probably
weight.
got him.
I know.
James
I do think
McKenzie, aye, he would.
But see, the thing is,
He's super well.
last year it was kind of done a kind of last minute thing, and it only was like 6 or 8 weeks before, maybe 8 weeks before on more. So we had to put the entry level up to get more people in. I think the entry level was capped. You couldn't have had any more than 5 A-class fights last year.
I remember
And
Jack Kennedy put himself forward for it.
But this year we're just going to do, I think it'll be less, maybe 2 A-class fights, because realistically there was only maybe Omar had the most A-class fights, because Tyke hadn't had any to start.
No.
Kane Conley, I don't think had any. So I think maybe 2 A-class max, but the turn of the year.
Well, I'd like to take us back to the start. So on the Odd and More show, so we had Tag versus Ossian, and then we had Jamie Gillies versus Matty McQuish.
Aye.
So
I was commentating on that.
So what was your thoughts on after seeing, because that was Tag, I believe's first A-class appearance.
Yeah.
So
Aye,
after
aye.
watching him, what did you think? Like, did
was
you
class.
think he was going to go on to win this tournament?
Well, that was away back in April.
Yeah.
So you're like that, right, cool. And then you're like that, what level of competition was up? Because I think Ossian only had three fights
going in,
altogether.
yeah.
So you're like that, right, cool. And then Tag still get elbowed off him because he was trying to be fancy and stuff. But no, it was class. You just like slick, moving about. Did make it look easy. Jamie and Matty's fight was
fight.
brilliant because Jamie was
Great
like,
fight.
I'm coming to kill you. Got a bit elbow
Say that
hungry.
shit.
That's what I said in the commentary because it was a good success with his boxing. And then Matty was just kind of you could see in Matty's face it was annoying him.
Yeah.
But he just kind of kept his cool and kept working away and got the win.
Yeah,
But
scoring was great on that.
But
it
back,
really
back,
was.
back in April, you don't know what's going to happen. Folk could even get injured before the main show in September.
Exactly.
But no, Tag was definitely
One
a
of the
standout
favourites.
then.
They could even on more. Tig wasn't meant to fight on more.
I
He
know,
was meant to
maybe
fight.
Omar.
Aye,
I
so
think Omar smashed
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Because then Omar fought Gregor and it was in
5
March.
weeks notice.
Oh, pure Muay Thai. Second one.
In the 4 rounds club zone.
MMA gloves. Aye.
That was a brawl, that was. So then, what did you think about, obviously, the other four categories? So you had Omar versus Jack, and then you had Rhys Stewart versus Caden, because obviously that one ended in a bit of
After.
controversy.
Yeah. I think seeing Jack fight Omar and the way he handled Omar, I
I was
thought
very
Omar.
surprised at that. Very
Aye.
surprised. the
I
way
thought
it was
Omar
really
might have
good.
been injured or something, because I thought Omar's usually presses forward more. But the way I was sat ringside and I was watching him, and when Jack came out of the ring and I went over to speak to him before he done media, and I thought, I was expecting him about 6'4" because in the ring he looked
Aye,
dead tall.
he looks bigger than
But his legs are a bit up here. He's like, I've got long legs. And I'm
Long
like,
legs, short
what the
body.
hell?
No father.
Jack was just sublime. See, like Omar was stepping in, he was stepping aside, and he hit me an elbow.
Yeah.
He was just dead slick and evasive. And I was thinking to myself, I think I went round about 12, 15 coaches a couple of weeks before the show. Said, who you got? Everybody said Tig. I was like, look, I think Jack
Jack
might do it.
Aye, you said to me.
And when I was sat next to Miko watching the final, Jack and Tig in the final, and going into third round, Miko was like that, and you'll see Jack's man strength taking control here.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what I was thinking as well. And then the next time, wow,
Yeah.
liver kick.
Well, I'm telling you something, when I went over to DCA,
Yeah, I remember he said this.
I watched Tag, what they were about, like 10 days out or something from the show, and him and Collie had done, I think it was about 10 rounds, but no, probably even more, but it was the intensity, like each round was just, they were increasing the intensity and they just weren't taking anything off. And that's when I knew it was just like, I mean, he was throwing these sort of stabby teeps to the leg, to the calf,
Aye.
things I hadn't ever really
Aye,
seen
those weird
before.
Stuff, aye.
And
Just
it was,
touches you before you move.
yeah,
and stuff.
very unorthodox, but it, like, you could see it was working on the pads, and then you could obviously, like, straight away was just going to try
But
and
Jack
knock
got
him
a
over.
hard fight off of Caden. It's
Yeah.
not, even though Jack beat Caden.
I was going to say that.
They had to
Caden
fight
was like
because
slamming him about. And
Jack's body was still
Aye.
red going into the final.
Caden was, he did miss
Because-
with a few of the big mad hooks, but he hit him with a few of them.
Oh,
alone.
yeah.
the first minute of that fight, Caden and Jack, Miko ended up pulling him at the girls. So look, you need to fight
Yep.
because we put a memo out. I had a group chat about the guys in 8-man that could still win it. He needed to fight and he needed to be aggressive to win it. He couldn't. They were standing off as if it's a 5-round fight. No,
Yeah,
nice and
yeah.
easy. Everybody had to be aggressive. So Miko brought them in, said, you need to fight.
Saw that,
And
yeah.
then the two of them just went for it.
Aye.
Yeah, no,
So,
no, he
and-
had a word with him. He literally stopped the fight in the first round. He was like, listen, this is getting, I believe,
Yeah.
scored off of damage. Not off of
Jabbing,
just
keeping the
scoring.
leg and
Yeah, very nice. But I mean, talking about the bouts that happened on Hungryside. Well, first of all, Tag versus Matty. What was your
I've not
thoughts
even
on
seen
that?
that. I've
Have you not watched that?
Not
back?
yet, no.
So it was. I mean, what was your opinions on
Well,
it?
I was sat ringside watching that. I noticed Tig was catching him with calf kicks in the first
Yeah.
round.
Aye.
Calf kick, boom, boom, and then he was moving and he was dead slick. And then I think that slowed Matty down because in the last round and he had to come forward.
Aye,
it
Matty
was
was
just
going for it.
Aye, it was
Yeah,
gonna,
Matty
it had
really
to
was putting
come
it on.
forward, but it was like half a step too slow.
Aye, just a wee bit stuttery.
And I think it was because of the calf kicks in the first round. It was like bang, bang. And there's quite a lot of, through the show, fights I've seen, there's a lot of stabby tapes and there's a lot of calf kicks for different people.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I also want to talk about, so obviously, like, there was a stand-in fight. Well, there was 2 stand-in fights, sorry, but the first being priority was Omar and Jamie.
Right.
However, the controversy around that was there was a draw announced at the time.
Yeah.
Now, that was a bit weird because if one of the fighters that was in the final couldn't have progressed, then one of them would have had to step up. Now, what would have happened in that circumstances if
When it's a draw.
if it was a draw? Because
It
also
should
I
have
wanted
been.
to say the other kind of backup bracket was Andrew Purdon and Rhys Stewart, which also ended in a draw.
Well, Andrew and Rhys, they didn't have a shout to go to the final because Andrew stepped in.
Right.
Right, so they were discounted to get to the final. But Omar and Jamie, and I didn't think about this because I've been running about doing loads of stuff. But then I saw you the question Purdon was asking on your podcast, asking about having a 4th round, and I went, when I listened to that, I went, wait a minute, they should have had a 4th round.
Aye.
Jamie and Omar should have been a 4th round, although that decision got overruled. But at the time, they should have been made to fight because they were like, oh, it's a draw. Announced it a draw, they should have had a 4th
They
round.
done it at the time in the K1 and then they did it in the contender thing because we were talking
Because
about that.
2 weeks before, I sat and had a conversation with Miko back and forth, and I was like, right, this is what I want to do. Everybody needs to fight. They can't be fanning about. They need to. They've got a chance to win this money. They need to fight. And he's like, right, it's got. And so we sat and he wrote a wee bit, and I was like, right, I need this on. Took this off, sent it out. Got a group chat with the 6 coaches that still could win it, and said, look, there's no draws.
Right.
Or I think if it came to a draw after the fourth round, an extra round, then it'd be up to the judges or referee or whatever.
Yeah.
But it'd have to be an extra round if it was a draw.
Okay, because I was very like when I watched it on your podcast, Ali. I was very intrigued with it, and I was actually quite excited to have the opportunity to talk about it because obviously a lot of the guys were saying, well, should there, like Andy brought up open scoring, for example, if it's a 3-round fight. Now, you were obviously saying to the judges, look, this is going to be scored off of damage and wanting to fight.
Effect and aggressiveness.
Now, like what I could maybe see is like, should there have maybe been like a compulsory 10-9 round and you can't score at 10-10 if it's a 3-rounder, so it avoids all these
Exactly.
draws.
I can't remember. I think Jason said he'd scored at a 10-10 with a wee star and all this, and I was like, aye, right, cool, man.
A wee star.
A wee star, old school.
Well, ultimately,
That's if it goes
I
five.
asked ultimately if it's a 10-9 round.
Aye.
But then sometimes they can't. They could do a wee star, and that. I mean, if they can't separate somebody, they could do a wee star.
Aye.
But at that 3-round, especially in 8-man, it'd have to be an extra round.
You think?
Aye,
Did Jason
it'd have to
say
be.
what my first round was scored? So I started watching that back. It was pretty back and forth, but I wonder.
I thought, see, when Tyler fought, I thought Tyler was holding well back, and you were just like, right, I'm just going to hit you, and I thought, and then at the start of the second
caught us a
round,
teep. When he caught me a teep and he landed it well. I don't get hurt to the body, but he caught me a teep, and I was like,
but he did that.
oh, and that way I just fell into the clinch with him, and I was like, I need to watch my breathing here as well. Kind of like, who's got to know he's hurt me, but he kind of fell into the clinch, and then kind of got my breath back after that. But no, he caught me. It was a nice teep.
Aye.
After me watching your fight back, I was obviously enthralled, delighted that you won. But then I was a fan of.
I was a bit gutted that never went on longer. I'm the exact same. See the amount of times I've watched it, it's basically only a round. So
it
See
literally was
if that was another 3 or 4 rounds, and then
what he was very good at, that I noticed it only because Flynn had pointed it out, because I wondered why my leg was sore and I thought it was for high kicking him. But watching it back, he was very good at parrying the tip with his elbow.
I noticed that. I
So
noticed
and
that.
it kind of,
doing that.
especially my right foot, because my right foot's not right. See, when I was doing it, it kind of makes you know what to fling the teep. If he's elbowing it every time you throw it.
I hate photo that.
I know,
So
it's
it was
bad.
good. Josh done it to
I'm not
Brandon the other
fighting,
day
I
on
still try to
sparring.
get my taste.
No, I mean it was absolutely brilliant to watch. Now, for next year, what will happen with the scoring? What will happen with the rounds? Will it be again a tournament format with spread over 2 shows? Will
Yeah,
it be?
it's got to be exact same. We've got to have the first 2 quarterfinals on Ormore the 5th April,
Okay.
and then the second 2 will be on proper fights on
Again,
the 13th of June.
A-class rules.
It'll be full rules. It'll be 5 3-minute rounds in the quarterfinals, and then by the time we come to Hungryside show, it'll be 3 rounds for the first fight the semi-finals.
So how are we going to like make sure that none of these spouts are
Well, what
scored in
would
a draw?
what
Are we
would
going to
do that-
100% have? Are we going to have open scoring? Are we going to have the 10-9 rounds? What we going? Are we going to have the?
Well, we've got-
as Ali was saying,
we've
the
got-
extra round added on. What's
Well,
going
I'm
to
going
be
to
the
push
solution?
for. I'm going to push for 10-9. But if they can't decide, there'll be an extra. If there's a draw anywhere, there'll be an extra round, and I'll do an extra round in the 4 fights.
So have they done that before? Extra rounds in Muay Thai, or is it just sort of
I
a
remember
K1
it's
thing?
Chris
I've
Shaw,
seen it somewhere.
his coach, he
I've
did
seen
the
it somewhere. I can't remember where I've seen it.
What-
It was in
what
it. Was
show?
it Keith? Was it not Keith? It was on a,
Keith was in 8-man Liverpool.
is that what it was?
Was it? Did they do
I've
it?
seen it on
Right.
YouTube.
David Brown was in that and all.
John O'Chip Chase was.
Can't remember. I definitely know Chris Shaw had to fight
Jordan Watson, was it?
in the
Was
final,
it
but he
aye.
fought Dan.
He said he was
I
fucked.
keep wanting to say Dan Henderson, but it's no him. It's Dan Son for Wicker Camp. This was in 2008 or something, 9 maybe. I don't know. 8.
Well, I'm
Watford
happy to
for
have an extra
Indonesia.
round. I'll push
And they
for
made
an
him do an
extra
extra
round.
round. Dan won the fight with a massive bulge in
Hematoma.
his head, hematoma. Saying, well, I go Chris, go on.
I think that's what he said. He said that he could hardly stand up and you
Aye.
could just see Jordan Watson hit pads or hear
Aye,
Jordan Watson hit pads. I was, who are you
Full
thinking
power.
for 68 kilo? Who have you? What names have you got?
I think I've had a few different names put in.
So you're pretty thinking like they've not had an A-class fight with now then?
Well, the ones
Kind
that
of pro-army.
aye, like who was it? Mikey Law was asking to
I'd
be in
love
it.
to see Mikey Law and
Mikey
Cammy
would be
Cook.
good.
In
Cammy
fact, they're
Cook.
running that back.
Aye, they're fighting again.
I
aye.
saw that.
But then
I saw
it's
that.
still pro-am, they're fighting it back. So they two want to be in it. And I got a lad for Aidan Patterson. Aidan Patterson messed me yesterday. He's desperate to get one of his lads in. I can't remember his name. But then he said they two, and the guy for...
Would it be David Murray? No.
I don't know. And then the guy for Rosie's up in Aberdeen Muay Thai, he's got somebody.
That Khalifa
Khalifa.
boy.
Who's that?
Khalifa.
He did a
beatboxer,
good
man.
fight.
Dance
He did a good
fight
fight
like
with Michael Little from. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Good clincher. Michael Little, his name is.
On Muay Thai Jam. No.
No,
I've done it right.
on
What did I
last
just
year.
fight?
No,
He did not draw. He fought that Khalifa.
Did
Aye,
he
it
not
was a
just
draw.
fight on Jam? Sorry.
Aye, he fought in Jam, I think.
Who-
I'm
who
talking
was it
about
he was
Michael
fighting?
Little.
Oh, Michael, I don't know.
Little Michael.
No, it was honestly brilliant and very excited to sort of see the next
Aye,
one.
so
anyway.
they've
So
got
with
an
the
A-class
8-man, they'll probably try and have the majority of fighters to Scotland again. Like 4, at least 5.
Yeah.
And
Save
try and
you
bring
flying about the
somebody for
place.
Ireland.
I save me flying about the place.
Somebody over for Ireland and a couple for Northern England. But I'm not going to be in London or anything like that.
So, Craig, we'll go back to your fight on Hungryside.
Yeah.
So it was absolutely phenomenal. It was great to see you win the British Championship in front of your somewhat home crowd.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier, it got the biggest reaction. So what's next for Craig Marshall then? What's your future plans?
Yeah, looking towards the rankings. Hopefully Ali will have me in his show in March and I can take some time to let my foot heal. And then I just got the rankings, get the biggest fights. I'm getting older, so I just want the biggest, the hardest fights. That's
So it's the UK rankings you're
UK
chasing then?
rankings,
Yeah.
UK rankings.
That would be good.
They are the hardest fights, I think.
I
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
no,
it is.
I
And he's got
completely
agrees
agree.
as well. You could get Dafty's for Italy. They might be hard and then the WBC, but you get a few
Aye.
plums that are just like, oh, this guy's for.
So have you
Spain.
got anybody in mind for Craig?
There was a boy, George Carter.
Carter.
Aye, so I spoke to his coach because he's not on any social media.
What's his coach? I couldn't find him
Oh,
anywhere.
it's like Carlisle, whatever, Jim. And I had to get his number off Gary O'Brien because he's been up on Gary's show.
Right.
And then talk to him back for it. And while you were FaceTiming me, I was trying to build radiator covers after. He's like, who you getting for me? Aye, who you getting for me?
I phoned him yesterday, he blanked me.
Aye. That's group chat.
I was on FaceTime with Gary O'Brien for an hour and 58 minutes yesterday.
Gary's got time to
He's just
entertain
walking
you,
about,
mate.
he's
He's
just
no
walking about
ways
the
on
house and I'm talking shite to him.
But no, I spoke to his coach and he said he's got big opportunities to fight like 1 or 2 because George was 3, was he?
Jose Barella maybe, or Alfie
Aye.
Ponting.
Alfie Ponting or that. And it
Okay.
was an SKS show, but I don't know. They did say to
Fought
him
on
and
that
I
a few
wanted
times, he had a good fight with Simon Forrest.
Simon, I
Watched that, it was a good fight. It was just the two of them. See, I've noticed about George, he comes out the 5th round like he's getting into the 1st round. And he doesn't take a backward step.
I've never seen any
He's
fights.
good, man. He's forward and he's just not the most technical.
Aye.
But honestly, he doesn't take a backward step and
never-
he's fit.
A good fight. Isn't
That
it?
would be a good
That'd be a
fight.
good fight.
Going off
But
on.
again, it's a lot of money.
I think with
Better
Alfie
sell
Point
300
and that,
tickets.
you'd have to go into them.
Aye, because that's what
Yeah,
George's
I've never
coach was
had
saying.
never
He's
had
coming
an
up
away
here.
day. I'd quite like an away.
A lot of stuff's in Craig's favour, being in their race course, and Craig's definitely could sell
Aye,
a
it's
lot of
one town.
tickets. Aye.
Nah,
Not
fair
that the
enough.
judges are biased or that. There's a
I
lot of
mean, I
fence
don't need
sitting though.
judges.
You don't need judges.
I don't need judges.
I know.
Ah,
Moy Cal.
I
Michael,
think
mate.
some judges down south are biased, to be honest.
Aye, definitely. Well, Justin goes all the time down to Barnsley and that, and it's like, oh, you're the referee and you coach the Wayne, and it's like, oh,
yeah.
you're like, come on.
I think our judges up
None
here,
against Peter and all that, but there's a
our
lot of
judges
them.
up here are good. I think, I mean, a couple of times, Rona's last couple of fights, and I thought we won. I thought we won the last one. I thought we won round 2, 3. She lost the 4th, and I thought the 5th was Ichi Peachy. However, the Leone was kind of running away. And I wouldn't give a fighter the round for running away. Leone scored cleanly a few times in the 5th.
Need to watch
And
this
she
now.
dumped Rona at the beginning of the 5th. But then Rona was hunting her down.
But
I
was you
thought
landing him in London though? You can run after folk and no hit.
He's got to say that's his fighter. He's got
I know,
to say
I
that.
know.
But
I know.
you get battered there. He won. But no, I've not watched a lot of the fights I need to.
Scottish judges are fair. You're not going to get a hometown decision up here.
No biased.
Well, on decent shows.
Because we all hate each other.
On decent shows.
Secretly.
On good
No.
shows.
I know, definitely. We always, even if you don't use the IBMTO folk and you get like the rights of big Richie Hawkins, who's
Aye,
a fantastic
aye.
referee. A lot of
just-
Gary shows and stuff. There's judges are like, no, you won.
I know. I saw.
Because I'm pals with the judges, and when I was fighting, I was like, oh no, it's like, you get 2 8 counts, I'll shut up. I'm like, yeah.
Was it
I know.
Anarchy show? Like 2 weeks ago, there was a bit of
Aye,
controversy
Chaz, aye.
surrounding
They were
WKA
WKA judges,
and
aye.
I think it was headhunters that were.
Oh, Alex
Yeah.
always talks nonsense.
I mean,
man. It's just- it Snapchats me every conspiracy theory under the world, Matt. I know, mate.
I wasn't at the show, so I'm not too sure what it entailed. But I
I
think
had a
it's-
couple of siders behind it, and I thought Iona did enough to win. I thought
But
she
there
won.
was a right in saying there was a controversy about Tam helping.
No, they fell through the ring, and then I think Tam went like that to catch her.
Is that not common courtesy?
Aye,
It's
it
just to
did
make
me-
sure
I
fight was
would have
going
done
to
the
Alex was
same,
going the
man.
back.
I watched a
Oh.
fight in where
It's
was
as
it?
if Tam was like
saw-
helping her up, and then Iona's replied on Instagram.
I saw the
was like,
video the
Right,
next
you
day,
started
and
doing
he
it.
doesn't push her in.
No.
He just stops off the phone.
Aye,
and-
so
Well,
Alex is
that's
saying
just the safety of the fighters. then.
Alex is saying like Iona's like knackered and didn't want to fight,
And
and
then
then
she-
Iona's
she
like,
steams
don't talk
forward.
rubbish, aye.
And then
I
video-
watched a fight before a boy get dropped in his own corner. And his coach started ripping his hair.
Shame.
There's been worse. There's been worse things to happen.
Right, well,
Thailand will slap you. Poof.
there you go, a wee bit of water in the face. I'd like to speak about pull-outs of shows, right? Because I know there's
Shite
been
bags. Shite bags.
a lot going on. Obviously, Ali, you've got your show coming up. There's a hell of a lot of pull-outs in that that I've experienced firsthand
Yes,
as well.
aye. Welcome to the club.
Even looking at Muay Thai Jam, I was speaking to someone over at Hanneman, and Colette
Colette's last year put
had
it,
on the weigh-in day a British title. Now, do you feel that there should be some sort of penalisation for that? Should there be contracts drawn up if it's a title fight? What do you feel the solution would be to avoid
It's hard
pullouts in
because
the future?
everybody's human. And
Exactly.
shit happens. Do you know what I mean? You get cellulitis in your shin like Connor did, and then the other boys' mums like that. No, he's no fighting a man because you're 25 and
25,
he's just turned 17. But even though he's a big, strong-looking boy, and his coach was happy with it, so I go down to like, if the coach is happy with it, I don't think parents should get involved. But obviously, parents are
Because
like,
I mean, you look at boys like Tag, who was 16
Aye,
when
16,
he first
17,
entered
and you're
in
battering
the
guys.
Show.
Aye. Penalisation, you kind of tend to know work with folk that put a lot. So it's
you
just
know,
like
you know who to work
you
with.
know who.
You know
Because I
who's
saw
got his
someone
tool and-
commented on the post saying there should be fines drawn
But see, the
out.
thing
Who's
is,
going to give you
Who's
money?
going to aye? Who's going
Who's
to
paying you?
Exactly.
Who's giving you money?
Down to England to shut
Aye.
somebody's door? You got that money?
Because you
Where's
can
my
do
tip?
contracts and all that. We're no boxer. It's nothing.
nothing.
We're no the UFC. When Dana White's got like full control over everything.
Yeah, it's individual
It was all
promotions, isn't
different shows. We're all trying to help them. Just like, all right, cool. Do the best you can.
It's just a shame, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that like.
There's a lot of folk take. There's more folk take it professional than don't, and it's like when a pull-out happens, it's like 5% of the time, but it
Yeah.
hurts the most.
Aye.
Well, I mean,
Whereas you've got the rest of the fight cards all jamming.
exactly.
Then me and Paul's like, oh man, no again.
yeah.
I've
Off the
always,
phone.
in my shows, I always say, look, this is we've agreed 63 kilos. 2 weeks before the show, I'm going to
Aye,
ask you
check
to weigh,
everything, aye.
weigh your fighter. And people would rather go up a kilo than lose a fight.
Aye.
So 2 weeks before, 1 week
Especially
before,
if it's not for a
don't
title.
wait to bloody last day or something, and go, oh, I'm not
You
going to
talking
make
about
weight.
Caden here?
But no, well, Caden's a bit of a pain in the
Well,
arse, man.
that's
fucking
another
And Corey
separate-
last
cost me
year.
money.
Corey last
Aye,
year.
Corey
Yeah,
last
that's
year
another
as well.
I seen that.
Corey's
You
was
see that on
that.
social media? You see it? Just
Who,
that on
Keith?
social media?
Because you're training in the same gym as Scott. and
Keith
you're just
arguing
sharing
me,
Scott
Brea.
packing him in.
He's like,
What can you say?
oh, he was calling him. He's coming out with some pattern, man. I was gutting myself.
Is
just-
it knee you're
then
looking for?
His big brother got involved. He's like, he talked to my
Oh,
brother,
Paul.
like, yeah, wee dick.
Who said this?
So
That's Scott McCulloch's big brother.
Paul McCulloch, Scott's older brother, had quite a strong opinionated.
Let's get a brother fight thing happening. Tag team.
I was gutting
Paul's
myself.
about the same weight as the two of them put together, but he's not
Paul's
a big guy.
He's a big guy. He used to fight professional MMA.
See, the thing is,
aye.
I'm not really on Facebook, but I saw that a few weeks ago, and I just skimmed through it, and just went, oh, fuck.
Aye.
But I think,
Surprised you're not trying to match him for your show.
nah, fuck.
Well, speaking of pullouts, anyway, like obviously the main event that was a pullout. So you
Yeah.
had George Musakatis originally.
Musaka.
That
That
was
Greek?
Sorry for,
It sounds like Musaka.
it's Greek. It's Greek.
Greek. So
Misaka.
George pulled it
that?
maybe 6 weeks
Like
before.
lasagna, but aubergines.
6 weeks before.
6 weeks before. See, the thing is,
That's fine.
with my main fights,
That's reasonable,
I
yeah.
match most of my main fights by January, 10 months before, 9 months before. I'm hounding coaches to fight, and they're going, oh, it's still 9 months for me, it's 10 months for me. For 3 or 4 years, I had Rona 5 fights in a row through the full year before we got to the start of the year, so we know what's happening. So the thing with my show is generally the pull-outs for the main card happen 3, 4, 5 weeks before.
Right.
So it generally doesn't bother me. But the thing with the George pulling it, within 24 hours I had another opponent.
Yeah.
And I actually think Ariane's fight was harder for Niall.
Yeah.
Because George, I watched George fight in Alamos down in Hitman Fight League. Brilliant fight.
Oh,
Right?
that's a great
that,
fight.
yeah.
Absolutely amazing. I was ringside for it. Absolutely amazing fight. But Alamos isn't Alamos he was 5 years ago.
Did you-
Aye.
He doesn't train as much.
Did you already have?
No.
Which I'm not even. George, I'll call him George.
No, but I'd actually ran out of options for Niall. I went through everybody, and everybody dodged him. I had 2 or 3 people
good
matched him with
Really
him,
good.
and then they pulled out, no, I don't like to fight.
Maybe I like
I've
the
got
idea.
another
Maybe like the
fight.
idea of fighting them,
Aye.
getting their name out there, and it comes
And
to
then,
the
to
crunch.
be fair to George, I messaged him, mailed him, he took the fight like
Yeah.
that. He was like, yes, that's the fight I want. But he had to come up a weight to fight
Is
Niall.
he still fighting at 63.5, or was he just coming up because it was such a big fight?
No,
or
I fought Alamos at 65.
what was it?
But once I found out he fought Alamos at 65, I went, wow,
he
that's
could-
He's
could
going
be a
up to
good.
66
Because
and a half.
I'd actually gave up and tried to match Niall because I think I'd matched him twice. I matched him with Bendon, and then Bendon kept pushing for more money. And then after he'd agreed to fight for the WBC world title, then took a fight in CFS for a world title.
Against Tom?
I don't
Tom?
know.
Was it against
It was
Tom
against, but I said, you want to fight for in CFS rather for WBC? I went, yeah. I'm like, right, cool. So obviously it makes more money selling tickets at a home show or near
Aye.
him, which is fair enough. But I
Just
think
one of
I
those
also had
things.
somebody else matched as well.
Well, I want to talk about what about weight issues. So obviously, now that you've announced that there's going to be a second 8-man tournament, there was originally a first. It was a 4-man tournament. Now, what's going to happen then? Like,
Now, what
obviously-
I'm going to do this time for 8-man tournament is
because it was an all or nothing situation. That,
Yeah.
obviously, Tag posed at the media day.
yeah.
Is that going to be the same circumstances? Like, what's the purses going to be like? Is it going to be a sacrifice there? Like, what's going to be the
Well, what
the
we're
way to
going to do
resolve
this one, we're going to have like a WBC style weigh-in. Everybody needs to stand the
Weight check.
scales. It's weight check, 30 days out, 14 days out, 7 days out.
so weight checks?
Aye.
To
It's
avoid all
got
that.
to be because
But
you
folks just
can't
cut
come
weight for
in.
them.
I know.
So they're doing mini cuts to.
Aye, so that's
well,
what Hillary and
I've
Dave
got a
spoke about.
question.
now.
Aye.
See, we were all, me and my team were wondering, see how Caden had said on social media that
He was still want to fight at
there was,
63 and a
there
half.
was, so what was the, what am I trying to think of here? Like, what was going to happen? What if he won? But what was going to, like,
So
Well,
if he won the
if-
tournament,
if he won the tournament, what would
Right,
happen?
if he won the tournament, to get the fight on, everybody agree.
Yes,
I,
what
I,
was
had
it-
to, I had to give £500 to whoever fought in the semi, the
semis?
first final, the
Okay.
first fight. And then I would have had to give £500 to whoever fought in the final. And if he'd won it, I told him he'd had to divvy the money up he could have maybe kept a grand
Going
or
holiday.
something. Aye.
Oh, brilliant.
And they had to divide
Put it
it.
in the
They
kitty.
probably had to give them all, 3 of them, 500 quid each.
Aye.
Maybe the guy in the final,
Fight.
1,000.
1,000,
1,000, the other 2 500, and keep 2 grand to sell.
Fair enough. Well,
But
They all agreed to fight. It was...
aye, they all agreed
Caden
to
did have to wear
fight.
10-ounce gloves.
he more 10
Aye,
hours.
there's
So
no-
that's a different as well.
There's no any extra ounces in your shins or knees or elbows. So
Exactly.
that makes...
I would love to talk about UK number 1 spot fight between Jamie Allison and Jack Bullock. Now that to me was one of my personal fight of the night. I loved watching that. It was just the stakes I felt were so high, and it was just such a great performance I feel by Jamie Allison. I forget how young he is.
Yeah.
he's only 21.
So I had like 12 or 13 fights.
13
I know,
fights, I know,
and
Brilliant.
it's the way he fights. His sort of ring management, his range management. It's unbelievable. It's brilliant. So, what were your thoughts? Did you get to see that at all, Craig?
I've just watched the highlights that Pete put
Highlights.
up, the big stabby teep before. I think he transferred that from...
Who do you think you are? I am.
They obviously train that a lot because
Yeah.
he's very, very good at finding that lever with that front kick.
Well, I didn't see it on the night. I watched it back, and I've watched it back twice. Because I love Jamie, man. I love Jamie. He's up there with Niall. I love Niall. Niall's my boy, so is Jamie. But after Jamie, I counted it because I watched it twice. And
I think you
rewound
posted
it,
that,
right? After Jamie teeped him the first time and he folded, and he got a count, it then happened 16 times with clean shots, either a teep or a round kick, right in the liver,
Yeah.
into the liver, into the liver.
And you're saying how tough Jack is.
Jack just took it.
Well, because Jack started throwing these like quite hard low and calf kicks, and it was like you could tell Jamie almost switched into southpaw,
Aye,
and then
did.
that's what kind of I think threw Jack off a wee bit. But did you get to see that fight, Ali?
I seen bits of it.
Aye.
I remember because when Jamie fought Kieran for the number 1 back in March or
Yes.
9, and
Yeah,
then
on your show, yeah.
it was like, because I remember Dip saying after, he's like, oh, Jamie knows how to win a fight without fighting type thing, because he's that slick at just,
Yeah, just keeping
he'll
that
kick,
range.
even if he, say Kieran caught his kick or something, he would just like teep his leg without his foot hitting the floor again, and then Jamie came out at that time a lot more aggressive, I thought, as well, like,
Yeah.
and then Ash was looking for, because I don't think Jamie stopped many folk,
No.
and then he got a stoppage against Jack.
I think he needed to be more aggressive with Jack,
Aye.
because Jack was maybe 2 levels up for Joe Welsh, who fought last year.
Fought last year.
Because last year Joe Welsh just kind of chased him.
Aye, the
He
Joe
kind
was
of
trying to get
chased
the
him and they
inside on
couldn't
him,
trap
he just
him.
couldn't.
And if I had a wee bit more experience, a bit
Aye,
more
cutting
ring
off
craft, they
corners,
could have
aye.
cut off the ring and then trapped him in the corner. But it just seemed Jamie just kept moving.
Yeah.
Scoring and moving and
it's
scoring.
that's
brilliant
what
to
it is.
see, and that's what I mean. It's for someone being so young, but like having that sort of demonstration of like great ring craft.
I know,
it's-
Pete said it was class. Like,
It's
away.
really amazing. So like, obviously he is such a big prospect at the moment. He's also fighting for a European title and ISCA European title this weekend against an Irish guy.
Aye, over
Um,
in
What's
Ireland.
his name?
Yeah.
Forgot his...
Is it Dylan Meager? Is it?
Meager, he's got a wee brother Alex Meager that fights about the same weight as me. Ginger, Big Red, he's called on Instagram.
Big Red.
Big Red.
What a name.
like a
So how do you think
call sign.
how do you think you'll get on
Big
after that?
I don't actually know much about the guy Mega, but anyone you fight for Ireland, especially when you go over Ireland, like heavy hands. So I'd imagine you just got to try and smash Jamie. And it depends what side of the ring it is as well.
You think?
Aye.
If you get 20 foot.
20 foot.
Well, what against-
you probably not get a 20 foot
Against
ring
Keegan
unless
was
It was a 16, Santino 16.
So,
no,
that's-
aye, maybe
16. Aye.
So
aye,
he's
it's
showing
small.
on both
It was a
scales
wee
that he
ring.
can keep
Aye,
that
he's still- he's
management
got good
against.
footwork.
Yeah. But that will still be a
Irish fighters
difficult-
tend to be more aggressive though, and have heavy hands. So I don't. If it's seen the guy,
Decent,
I've-
half decent, so it's good.
aye. I'd imagine Jamie will be able to be too slick for him. I would
And
hope
then,
so.
so just, I mean, everything going for plan for Jamie on the weekend. What do you see after that? Do you
Well, he needs to get a world title fight soon.
I know.
think?
The only thing being, I think,
do you think would be a good opponent
I
for
think
him?
Dan Bonner's name's getting
Yeah,
put a
I've
bit
seen
there.
that. I've seen that.
Yeah.
But it's Dan,
Ronan Moore, aye.
it's Dan Bonner got to come up to Scotland and fight for him.
In
There's a
Jamie's backyard.
Wait, he just Dan and Aussie older as well.
Well, Big Liam fought Dan years ago, Big Liam McKendry, and Liam seemed to think, when we spoke about it at the kids show a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, Liam seemed to think that was Dan's retired, but he's still a world champion, so I think they'll probably get that fight, but I think it'd have to be down south. But I don't know.
Aye.
Obviously,
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Aye, but see, the thing is, they'd be wanting big. They would probably be wanting big money to come up here.
Yeah, well, I think
if you're the world champ, you can demand.
I think the fans
money.
really do want to see that. I mean, to me, it's one of the most logical fights to make in the domestic scene at the moment. Anyway, especially the fact that you can put that world title on it.
Yeah, because I was ringside when Dan.
Because we're Dan for Wicker Camper,
No,
Majestic is Josh Hillsjam.
So I would say
No, you're
Kev Harper's jam.
Who's the Wicker guy?
You're thinking that he's got wee ginger goatee or
Oh,
something.
that's our guy. Liam fought as well in mine. Well,
I forget his name.
he's
Same
good.
size.
James Ogden.
James Ogden, aye.
Nah, that's it.
James Ogden.
Aye, he was fighting.
No, I was
Sure.
ringside when Dan Bonner fought or beat Jack Bullock in Victory.
Oh, that was his victory show, yeah.
And that was...
When was that, the start of 2024 or so?
No, it was only just no long ago.
Was that in 2025?
Aye.
Oh, it started 2025.
It was the same night Yasmin fought Danielle. Danielle.
Well, that was a
fell
shame
in.
for her fight on your show.
Aye,
Good
for
fight,
my
was it
show,
not?
I was setting up the
Melissa
venue.
Mendez?
Melissa Mendez. The two of them, because Melissa was travelling at 3:30 or something like that, the two of them done a video with her at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Both sent me the video. I was like, right, cool, that's fine.
Right.
I'm setting up the venue at 5:30 or whatever it is, and then I'll just look at my phone.
So was this on the Friday?
Aye, on the
On the
Friday
weigh-ins,
after
yeah.
the weigh-ins, and I messaged and she sent me photographs to the airport, and I think it was her coach who got knocked back at the airport for travelling. But I booked the flight, so the passport was like in date, and it wasn't as if it was like short. But in the broken English, she said, "Oh, UK Customs knocked us back at the
It
port
was like
entry."
because we've had that for like Faisal, because he's got an Afghanistani passport.
No,
he
that's-
just booked his own flights.
Aye, that's what they done.
He
Aye,
books his own flights and goes to whatever, and then gets in the country, and it's all cool.
aye, I think I was wondering if he had a different passport. It was a different name or
We've had
something.
that before, because it's like a French fighter you're trying to get, but then they've got they've actually got a Moroccan passport, and then the UK's like, no, you're not coming in here.
No, well, I think our coach is actually Portuguese, but it might be something else. But
Yeah, that was a shame. I mean,
I was like,
From
because
Yemen or somewhere.
after that, I phoned a couple of people. I tried to get asked Danielle if she'd take it. Asked Tyler's coach, and he went, "No, she's injured. She's not here anyway." And then I spoke to Craig Jost, and Craig Jost said, "I'd be happy if Emma Davison took it
Aye.
because they just fought the
They just
weekend."
fought
she
Yeah.
was on victory, yeah, she got
And
a great
then
fight.
Powell went, "No, she's down south now." So
It's unfortunate.
one of the things. See, it comes to a point, you know the same. Comes to a point like the week of the show or whatever. Somebody pulls out the week of the show, unless it's like half the
Half
crowd,
the stadium.
half the stadium or whatever. Unless it's out half it, you're like, I'm limited to what I can do here.
Well,
I mean, like
Not going to bankrupt yourself.
Yeah.
my show started 25 fights a week of the show. I can afford to lose a couple of fights. Obviously, I don't want to lose any big fights.
Big ones.
And even like say, Faisal's Logan Chan pulled it like weeks before it. I mean, there was no benefit for me to have
match Faisal.
but
Faisal-
Faisal just seems so game, but he will not back off.
I knew
anything.
it was a good fighter, and I wanted to have him on.
Well,
so
you've
I
got him on-
rematched him as well.
You've got him on your
Aye,
show,
he's fighting
Ali.
Mark now.
Yeah, so how did that fight come about? Because I originally saw it was supposed to be
Mark
Faisal versus Reece Graham.
No,
No,
Mark
he's
was
not-
fighting
Sorry,
Reece
it's
Graham.
Mark, sorry, versus Reece
Mark
Graham.
was fighting Reece Graham. Reece
That'd been a
broke
good
his
fight.
rib or something, helping his pal day roofing or something. I don't know. But
Right.
Tommy pulled
Faisal
out both
with
folk.
Caden, was he?
Aye, because Paul had said, "Oh, we'll see if Caden and Faisal's alright after Hungryside, stick them two together." But then Caden's chubby. And
In a pie.
Faisal was still
in a
wanting
pie,
to fight.
Caden.
Aye, Faisal was still wanting to fight, so he was trying to find him a match.
Yeah.
Offered it to him. He said no.
I shot it.
He said no.
Oh, I'm too fat.
Speak to my manager. No. And then Reece pulled it. And then I was like, oh, we could ask Mark. And Mark was like, aye, well, I fight at 63.5. I was only fighting at 64 because of Reece. So, aye, I'll fight him. I was like, right, cool. Let's do it. And I think it's a better fight for Mark as well, because Faisal's got... even though Reece has just fought in Thailand and then fought on... Who did he fight? Musclebound?
Musclebound show, yeah.
Fought in Musclebound, I think. 2-minute rounds.
Faisal's a much harder fight. I
Faisal's a
think.
definitely a harder fight for Mark.
I watched
no,
that fight
no,
back.
Because if Mark did
To
get
the
beat,
start, to the
see how
end,
Mark
man.
beat Corey and Oren Moore. If Mark had won maybe against Jamie, I could have get that on for a Celtic title for
What
Mark.
weight was that against Cody at?
Corey was 63.5 and all.
Oh, is that 63
Aye,
as
aye,
well?
aye.
Right.
What's Corey fighting at now? Like
63.5.
58 and 63.
He's never 58 again. He's never 58 since.
That's for Mescho for that
He's ranked
tournament.
at
That was
50.
his, that was his
He's ranked
first
at
fight.
50.
No,
but it takes a wee while
he's
to
been taken
pick
out
it.
of the UK
Oh, has
rankings
he?
now.
Aye.
And then I believe, Reece McLachlan. So that was a great thing to see. Genuinely, was you had Reece.
Kyle
First
Fallon.
of all, you had Kyle Donnelly, number 5 now. Then you had Reece McLachlan, Kyle Fallon, and
William Reid.
Liam Reid
Aye, they're all
from
joint.
Kama as well. All joint at 6th, and then you had Scott McCulloch at number 9. So you had 5 all like back to back Scottish fighters,
fighters.
and
All
it's
within
just
30 mile each other.
exactly, and it's great to see like the sort of the levels of Scottish Muay Thai at the moment, and
That-
especially in that division.
That should actually help all the guys get fights
Aye.
because people weren't in the rankings. So there should be people that
Well, William Reid's been called it. Don't
Loads
remember
of
that
times.
George Cunningham.
Aye.
Was it like the start of the year for this type of time, and then
George Cunningham.
was it Cunningham? No,
Liam George Cunningham. He
Yeah.
fights at
Aye,
60.
yeah.
He's 61.
is he?
Somebody,
There's a lot of Georges. I know there's too many Georges. Must have been a popular
That's who
name.
Tyler.
10
That's
year
who
ago.
Tyler beat.
Yeah,
for
for the WBC,
the WBC
European.
title on the Leapfrog show. That's who.
William
si-
Cunningham.
Liam Cunningham. Might not be who you're talking about.
I
though.
don't know.
Oh no, so it was at
UFC.
WMO European.
Oh,
it
you
was
talking
at
about Lewis
WMO.
George?
Lewis George.
Lewis
See, his
George.
surname's George. I knew there was a
Close
George.
enough.
I knew there was a
I'm on the
George.
ball with the day.
So they.
Well, funnily
they
enough, William
contact us.
Cunningham's been asking if you fight you.
Aye.
See, have these want me now?
Well, listen, you
Have
said
these
this in the
wanted me.
media day
That's
that
a-
you were happy to take on Tyler because you wanted to get your name out there. And
I
as
said that was
the
the hardest
difference.
fight, even though he fought in
Aye.
Thailand and all this.
Yeah.
I said,
By,
it was
Yeah.
100%
By
was
far.
the toughest competition.
by far, the fact you've beaten the second round with head kick, that's amazing. But
Rosie
that
come up to you, he's
was,
like, what
that
a
was-
statement, mate. That's a pure statement.
Is that your Aberdeen accent? Yeah.
Is that shite?
Aye.
That was your hardest fight, man.
It was your hardest fight.
Yeah.
It definitely
just-
was. Because he's no thick. Because everybody thinks fighters are thick. Yeah.
no.
Oh, well, we like to punch each other in the face. But there's a lot of
He is,
intelligent
he
folk,
Oh, it's
especially like Kyle, our Kyle Donnelly. He's just into Pokemon and stuff and like wee man.
Oh, come on.
Yes. Don't slag him, kick your head off. Get him, Kyle. But like we Liam, he's into aerospace.
Quite
Thing,
right.
so like, because then everybody talks about fight IQ. So how can you have a fight IQ if you don't have an IQ to start with?
I don't know.
Like, if you're a thicko, like,
Well, is he speaking of Kyle Donnelly?
and
So,
Tyler's a clever guy. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you can tell he's like intelligent. Like,
you know, he
very,
is for
very
sure.
well spoken and yeah, nice guy.
who battled Socket? He's studying to be a doctor.
Is he?
That Mohammed Faizan. He's just like, oh, I just took the bag. I'm trying to be a mum.
Yep,
Dad want me
yep.
to be a doctor. Martin,
Like,
boy,
he's
good on
he's
you, man.
such a humble guy.
Son.
Good on you.
Honestly. But speaking of Kyle, so he obviously entered the UK rankings at 58, right? However, when we caught up with him after his fight against Kyle Fallon, he said he didn't want to fight at 58.
No, he still wants to fight 55 to
Make
57.
55.
So did he cut much weight? Like, just.
They walked about it like
be sick.
61 now.
Well,
No.
that was they were matched
Maybe
at 50,
64 now because he's a bit chubby.
they were matched at 57, and 2 weeks out, I phoned Bowie and said, "Look, my Kyle's not going to make it." In fact, and so we agreed. In fact, well, Bowie said what we want to do. I thought, well, we'll just make it for the rankings, 59. They went, aye.
I trained with
So
Kyle.
there you go.
I trained with
That's the way it should be done, that man.
I trained with Kyle at Manus and I could not believe the size of him. He was huge. So
Aye,
what
it was
weight?
double eating.
So I mean, what
It was
weight?
double eating. They came back for
So, aye,
68 kilo or
Because
something.
like Thailand food's healthy, but if you're moving
If you're eating
four
fat.
portions of it for your dinner, it's not so
Oh,
healthy
there's
then.
coconut milk in my rice.
He ended up fighting there in Manisac 3 times in 2 weeks or something.
Mate, it's mental.
Or
Like
10 days or
Chiang
something
Mai's weird. Like I fought Chiang Mai and I didn't really like it. Like
Why?
I've never been.
I didn't really like it, so it was a lot different. The food was a lot more like, so it wasn't like Krad Kapau or Penang or Massaman. It was
jungle
like
curry and
it
stuff.
was like
spicy.
it was like proper Thai food. The fights, like the Thais, like I fought a Thai, he then fought again that week. Like the Thais in Chiang Mai fight like
All
a
the time.
lot.
Aye.
Like even a couple of times a week, they don't elbow each other. So unless you're fighting another foreigner,
Aye.
Chiang Mai, they will not want to elbow.
It's a
They'll
good
make
cut.
like a gentleman's agreement beforehand,
Aye.
not to
Fair
elbow.
Because that's the
a
that's the
livelihood.
That's
wages.
like
Yeah,
sparring
so-
and
Yeah.
just-
I'm
I know,
pretty
I know
positive. I'm pretty positive. I was in Bangor one night, my daughter watching fights, and the guy earlier on, and I'm sure he came in and like 5
Fought
fights
again?
later,
Aye.
I'm like, that's just it.
It wasn't like the twins though that used to fight or all the like there was no Falcon one championship, and there was like two brothers that were like twins. Is that not the same guy who just fought?
No.
2
There
minutes
was a
ago?
thing on social media. Who was it? I forget the fighter's name. He had a twin in the UFC, and there was a conspiracy theory that his brother would do the weight cut, and
Aye.
he wouldn't like.
And then just like fights.
Yeah.
I've
I
heard that
think
for like
I've heard
marathons
that.
and everything. Like, say 2 African boys for Ethiopia.
And
Like
one's
that, or
halfway
One's
through.
halfway round, and then the next
They
one
just
kicks
swap
on.
in.
Aye.
No, yeah.
I bet it's happened. A lot of money. Nike contracts at stake.
With the trainers at stake.
But I know when you're talking about the rankings, wee Liam has been called out for what's his
Lewis
name?
George.
Lewis George.
Aye.
A couple of times, and then Mazda Alex guy, what's his name?
Aye.
Foreman.
Foreman.
He asked for him for like literally
How
like
many fighters do they have?
the new there.
Well, they've got
who's
hundreds in it.
who's Liam fighting on your show? Because in
Well,
the
nobody
post,
knew. Maybe Kyle.
Maybe
is
that's
that another
This
bullet?
is just pulled out today.
Oh wow, really?
Aye.
Oh,
Why
my
is he pulled
God.
out?
Why is
Get into trouble in Newcastle. He's getting into trouble. The boy, what's his name?
What, police trouble.
Sarmad. Aye, trouble. Just say trouble.
Trouble with the trouble with the law.
Trouble with the law. I am the law. Get
that's a
Judge Dredd in.
shame for
So,
Liam.
aye, it's a bit of
What
a
race that
head
at?
fuck. No, what was it? 59.
I'm not far off that today. I'll take it.
He'll take it. Muay cow him a bit.
Aye.
The old days it was my
I never even
mum.
got to see that. That's what I was saying to Chris. Like, I never even got to talk about my clinching and all that. And we went
You
into the
just did
clinch
your
once,
stupid
and he
kick.
fucking elbowed me. I was like, "Hey, you bastard!"
No, the funny thing was, see, when we were at that damage shoot, it was like what, a week or two before the Hungryside show. He literally was like, "What stance does Tyler stand in?" He's like, "What hit him with a side
No.
high kick?"
Because because I was watching the video that you put up, and I'm like, unless it's an inverted camera, I'm like, he's standing orthodox. He's trying to flag me off, but
There you go.
that's what he wouldn't let it go, man. I was like, a bastard.
I've got to be impartial, apparently. Aye.
No contact Keith, you'll know that.
Carry shoot a clip.
Exactly. But I want to talk about the 63.5 kilo division because that seems to be the most stacked at the moment. And also, I know it's the UK Muay Thai rankings, but what about the Irish folk that are from the Republic of Ireland? And are they going to ever get ranked? And like, what do you think should happen there? Because
They'll be ranked in Ireland. There's a WMO ranking over there that Robert does.
I know,
Yeah,
but do you
I've seen
feel
that.
that there should be a UK and Ireland, like, because of just how big the domestic scene is getting
Yeah,
at the
maybe.
moment?
That might be a shout for the future because Ireland's came on leaps and bounds.
Exactly. That's
It
what I was
used to
thinking
be
recently.
it was just heavy hands and punchers, but they've got a lot of good talent. That man.
Because I mean, you've got like the likes of like Garrett Smiley defending
Yeah.
his UK
he's
number one,
class.
Garrett's
and
really good.
and Niall, but like obviously because they're from Northern Ireland,
Yeah.
whoever does the rankings, they obviously
It's Britain.
yeah
UK, yeah.
it's UK. However, I feel like there's definitely a lot of Irish boys that are probably.
Oh, Tig should be. He'd be definitely be in the 63.5.
Well, he's fighting that Tommy Lau, who's at number 9 at 61.
Is this on Hitman?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
15th of
So
November,
I don't know. I believe it's at 63.5.
I think
that
it
fight.
might be. Yeah.
Because-
63.5. That is.
Aye,
Well,
well,
it will be because
I-
he's no fight meet 61. So
exactly.
He must
That's
be
what I
63.
thought. Because I actually.
Was Tommy right in the ranking then?
He's
not-
he's number
61.
9 at 61.
Right.
And I saw that post, and as soon as the matchup came out, and I actually I think it was Muay Thai rankings. They commented what weight's this at, and I'd already previously asked Tag, what weight are you fighting at, mate? And he said 63.5. And then somebody deleted my comment and then basically said, no, it's at 61. And I was like, right, okay, well, this is a bit weird because I've asked Tag, I've got the screenshot of him saying it's at 63.5. So I wasn't too
Maybe
sure
that's
what was
Liam.
happening.
No, it's that's Liam.
I
There you go.
I can imagine Tig getting the 61 because they came over a day early because they wanted to cut a wee bit of weight for the tournament.
Yeah.
So
what
no,
weight
this-
does he cut about? What time? What weight do you want?
He's a
not a
young
big
boy.
boy.
Still,
He's not exactly.
But he is still growing.
Well,
I
that was
think it's near enough. You know what I mean? He's walking about like 1 or 2 kilos.
I know, but I think that's what a
67
lot
maybe
of the
if you're heavy,
guys
yeah.
said though that fought
don't
him.
even think
I think
that.
Matty said it. I think Jack Moran said it. Like, I think they're quite he's almost quite deceiving with how hard he actually hits.
Yeah.
Like
How
from-
strong he was, I think.
Yeah.
Because Matty's dad said that to me. It was like something like, just like, one shot like, all right, I've got him in the clinch now, but then Tig's just like, poof.
Yeah, I know, and I like for
Because he's
Because that
trained for
fights that
such a
boy, see
young...
the fights that boy, he had like a wee kind of clip hanging, and
Yeah.
Tig's just like hitting him with like a 4-punch combo and then a wee boof. Just makes it look like nothing.
he's so honestly, like I said that to you, Mescho. Like,
Yeah.
see when I flew back from Dublin, it was like obviously I was supporting the home fighters, and you know, I'd seen all of them train and all of them fight, and I was just like this is going to be an amazing fight. But it was the way, like Tag and Collie, they were doing their pads. It was just like they were accelerating every single round, and it was just he was getting more and more creative, more and more aggressive, and it was just like, what? There's something to this guy.
Aye.
You know what I
See,
mean?
if
Colin
I
said
guess-
that to me in Paul at the Muscle Bound show, I think. Must have been.
Yeah, it would have been.
And then he's just like, nah, he's too good. Just
See, that young guy, Tiggs, grew up in that gym, and you've got Craig Coakley out there
Oh,
fighting in one, and then
amazing.
they've got other fighters who've been fighting
what's
for
his name?
years.
Kurode, Stephen
Aye.
Kurode. He's good. Very
Aye,
good. Spent a
so-
long time in Thailand. Good fighter.
Aye, so he's grew up in that gym with them, you know what I mean? So it's just the different levels,
No.
man.
Yeah, it's
Different
literally
levels,
from
boom, 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 boom.
and then just
Just
going for it.
grown up
I
watching
grew up
them all the
watching
time.
Ali Smith. So I grew up watching.
The man himself. No,
Take him
well,
in with a top knot on. But I don't know.
you know, another great fight that happened at Hungryside was your fight, Ali, Andrew Purdon versus Rhys Stewart.
Oh, aye, brilliant
That
fight.
honestly was such a great, entertaining fight for the fans, I believe.
I think
and
that
it
was
was
a
almost
brilliant fight.
disappointing
Pardon
to
is a
see
bit
it.
of a showman because you
Who
can
was
tell
caught?
he's
It's
dancing
amazing.
and all that.
It's flamboyant. It's brilliant.
What
It's
did you
what
say?
Monty's about.
Who get cut? Somebody get cut, didn't he?
Pardon got cut twice
Aye,
there
aye,
and there, in the third round.
He was loving it.
Aye,
He was
loving
absolutely
it.
loving it. I would love to see that fight ran back, to be fair.
Aye, over 5 rounds.
Five rounds.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Um,
think that would be good.
I know
for
it's
the
class.
entertaining.
But then, because obviously for the 3-round fights, we're like, all right, fast start, blasting the pads, like
Yeah.
go straight away, and then you go in the fight, and it's like, all right, cool.
Aye, what's going on
I'm
here?
like, what are you doing?
That's not what we practiced.
Attack him. Stop
Aye.
doing your stupid dancing, just go and get him.
And did they not get pushed to fight? Or was it
No, I think they needed to. Who was ref in name? That
that
maybe?
maybe?
No.
Who won what round?
As I said, Reese took the first, Andy the second, and I thought Andy got the third. But again, it was back and forth. Like Reese was hitting
was
him,
very back
get
and
good
forth.
cuts.
Yeah.
It was.
Aye,
I could
we
have
went
went
to
4
get
rounds.
cut.
We could have just went.
I know, that would
said
have
that
been
in the
a fight
corner.
I would have
I was
loved
in the
to
corner,
see.
still a fourth.
Aye, an extra round.
Yeah, but I think it was yourself, Ali, in the corner. You were like, oh, just do another round.
Go fight again.
No.
Aye. It would have been great to see him.
Aye, well, next
Pick a winner.
year we'll do all the 3-round fights the next round.
Aye. If it
So-
goes to
Yeah.
a draw.
Aye, if it's
Good
going to
draw.
draw.
It's a good shout.
Yeah.
The judges would just be like 10, 10, 10. You're not allowed to put 10, 9 down. All right, 10, 9, 10, 9, 9, 9.
Yeah. So, what was one of my most entertaining clips of the night as well was Big Tomas Uczynski.
Aye.
That was
You
just.
practiced that.
When he
now.
was,
Oh, yeah.
when he was
You've been
touting,
In the
practicing
media
that.
section.
even better than the elbow was him touting for PTs after it. He's like,
I
hello
didn't
guys,
know.
hello guys.
Santino went to interview him and I'm doing PTs at MAG Gym
Aye,
tomorrow.
hello guys.
No, what had me in stitches was you climbing through the window to get in.
The next day, I
He's-
went and picked him up and then drove him over and then my key fob was working. I saying offline. I'm like, the fuck?
Your
And
car
what-
start, the push
Aye.
button, hang on, no.
I went, oh no. And I had to go and get a pair of ladders and go through the window. And the wee guy who came to do the PT, I like, take a video of this.
I'll tell you something, it's scary to see,
Oh,
see
that's
the way
good.
he moves.
Skill levels.
When we
through
went
the roof.
down to Worthing and watched him just hit pads, it's like he was so flowy, so creative, and it's
such a
scary.
big guy,
For
he's-
such a big guy.
You
how
can tell he's a
athletic
different
he is.
big than Stuart is big.
Aye.
Stuart's
Aye.
on special supplements to get that big.
No, it's scary.
Tom's
how
just a
big
big
he is.
Thomas is actually Thomas has
Grass.
cut nearly 20 kilos.
Aye.
He's come down in weight since
Aye,
he
he's
started
like
Muay
Polish,
Muay
like
Thai. Aye.
Polish
He moved to the UK when he was 9.
Aye.
So he was 20 kilos heavier, so he must have been 135 kilos before he started Muay Thai.
Aye, that's what he was
And then he
using Muay
slimmed
Thai
down.
as, was
You know, he
weight
just
loss.
came out, he just kind of came out of nowhere in Thailand. Like,
Aye.
I'd see him on like, Instagram, like doing his vlogs and stuff like that.
Well,
Because
he's
he's
got
got a
some
funny wee voice,
presence.
he's just like,
Yeah.
hi guys.
He's
Hi,
honestly
guys.
such a
Presence on
sweetheart.
Instagram.
My name is Tom.
Right, right, right.
He's absolutely brilliant.
He's like a kid's entertainer, but then elbows your face off.
But I think that's a ploy when he comes in with the glasses.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think he needs the
Like
glasses.
round
I know,
glasses.
David also did
walk
that
in and
to
then
we Liam. We were at Oran Moore and we were like sitting talking nonsense about the fights and stuff. And he was talking about Liam, I think stopping Scott with a body shot. And then I was like, oh, there he's there. And then Liam turned around like a polo neck on and his specs. He's like, that wee guy. I was like, aye, this is him in disguise.
What about David Russell and Chris Watts fight?
Oh, it was brilliant. I would forget about this man, the big fire hose.
I had to do some continuity.
It needed
Why
done.
would
they
they
couldn't,
not?
like, well,
Why
they-
were they not allowed to win? Why were they not allowed to? Why was it?
Because they were
just fighting each other.
Was it a video win?
Aye, a video win. But I think
They fought 3 weeks before.
it needed to happen.
It was either,
On
it
mine,
was, put it this
there
way, it
was
was either
loads
going
of
to happen in the
security.
ring or it was going to happen out in the street.
Aye, but see the thing is, see if it went. I said to me Tam a couple of weeks ago. See if it went to another show and then something started and there's only 4 security guys and there's 1,000 people kicking about.
Aye.
Oh, it's got to kick off.
No stop.
I'll get
I mean,
extra
that's-
security now.
Then you get to the hum. When you get 6, 8, But air shows get quite a few.
I know,
of them.
we get loads of them. We overkilled it. That was with the council, but the race course
Ali
was
was
chilled
like,
out.
out with the ear.
No, I took you by the hand.
And you get flung out before.
Maybe. Too much helium.
I would love to see Davy Russell run it back with Charlie, but on Ardmore.
Aye.
I think that needs to get done.
Who do you think won that first fight? I don't really remember
I
watching
didn't
it.
stay and watch it
I-
because
Charlie's-
I watched the full thing. I honestly
I
think
left just as the decision was made, and I went, oh, I thought it went on me. But
Graham said to me that he thought.
then I was
that Davey won.
reminded. I was reminded of the WBC fight, so
Of
it
its
scored every
scores.
round. So in a traditional fight, I would have said it went to Davy. But then I.
if you just 10-10
Aye.
and chilled
But then
out.
it was getting at that stage of night. I mean, that was like 20
11?
past 12. No,
Was it
later.
later?
It was like 12:15 I left that show.
Aye,
And I was still one
Lee
fight to
Mackay
go.
and Jack
Mackay,
Kennedy
Jack
walked
Kennedy.
out at about like 1:45 or something.
Oh, did they?
It was
I, had to
crazy.
I was going to stay then, but then Dean, because he had a hard fight, he was adrenaline. Like, I know I'll stay, and then he was like, the pain's kicking in. Oh no!
He had a great fight actually.
Aye, it was a brilliant fight.
Honestly,
I was on the
I
phone
loved
to Dean at the
watching him.
weekend.
Aye,
Forgot about that.
I know they were on Snapchat out to you on time.
Dean, huh?
Dean Wilson, Ginger Dean.
No, this was with him like yesterday when he was at work.
All
I
right,
was like, cool.
so you just phone everybody.
Aye.
It's got your number now, Scott. Watch it.
I know.
Oh,
For fine fake, man.
You know, one of the things that it's kind of off topic for what we were talking about, but over the weekend, Ali, you put something up on Tongue Tied, and it was about
Jason did.
Oh, was it Jason? Sorry.
Aye, I don't.
Jason,
There you
every
go.
time I hear Jason, I just think
Jason
about
put up a black thing with of victory or some shit. And
Oh,
I just commented saying great highlight, and then Jason's put, what are you talking about? And but it was like
Aye, so
there was no signal or something, and then it
I hadn't
buffered.
loaded.
It was exactly. It was to do with the Callum Patterson count, and it was to do with the
Oh,
Owen
and
Get
Gillies
finished,
count.
Aye.
finished
So-
early.
Yeah, both of them said that both the
were
fights were
premature.
prematurely counted out. What were your thoughts? Did
So
you see?
I
them?
seen the
Owen Gillis one.
I seen the Owen Gillis one this morning, but I think I was actually thinking you were going to ask this. I think it's easy to watch a fight back and say, like, for us to watch it and watch a couple of times and say, no, that is wrong. The referee's there in the moment.
The
The
referee's looking
referee
him
can see
right in
the
his
referee can
eyes.
see your eyes as well.
His
There
eyes could have been
there might be
dark,
something that
Yeah.
His
your eyes
body was
roll.
kind of like retarded. Like,
I did see that.
They
Did you
control
see
every muscle.
retarded there?
Aye, yeah, that's a real word. It doesn't just mean a retard. It's like he's no controlling his arms. Like he was kind of like, oh, and the ref's just like,
So
well,
were
no.
both of them complaining
So-
about it?
well, no, it's just because I saw a lot of backlash, especially on the Owen Gillies. I think it was a lot of British.
Because he
people-
was ahead and all the rest. of it,
because his
What,
his
was
scoring
it
in the
two?
first, it was in the second
That
round.
Chyla?
First round he won
Schooled him.
by head kicks.
Did he?
Was really really good at scoring. However, he was just slightly leaving his hands down, and I think the Thai guy, what was his name?
Chyla.
Sorry?
He fought Yothin twice. He's
Yeah,
former
the
champion.
former champ.
He had
And-
two really good fights with Yothin, and Yothin's phenomenal. That's my guy.
And I think he
level.
just read that going into the second, and he was just waiting,
Aye,
and he
thumped him.
caught him with a.
I've only
a
seen the
kick
knockout.
out.
I've not seen the round
some-
before it, but
some-
No, the first round
it
Owen
was,
was
on
by
his
far.
back, and it was like, whoa.
But so the referee obviously saw something.
Aye.
But what about the Callum Patterson fight? Because I think that was a bit of. I'm not too sure. I only
See
saw
that?
the.
You see
I only saw
Callum's
the
leg,
knockdown.
his legs hanging out the ring a bit, and his hands is on his head. And then if you can hear Taylor, because I know, because I've
Yeah.
been counted, and you're like, Jim, what, whoever.
I think he was at 6.
hear
and
numbers.
his-
It
his-
starts
you
at
hear
6.
numbers.
Like, what?
no, he'd got to 6 and his head was still down, but then it was like as soon as he waved it off, almost like Callum just
Aye,
shot
stood
back
up
up.
straight away.
It's
And it
not-
was a
it
bit like,
stood up.
oh.
It's not. I don't think it's shot up at all. I think it's stood up. The only way you'd stand up if you've been
I only
smashed
seen
an
it.
elbow.
I only seen it
It's not like you
once.
bounce up like
He
that.
did
He's
have a
guard up
nasty
like.
What
cut
round
as
was
well,
that?
but-
Was that? Round was that?
First round?
First round.
Oh,
Wasn't
is
it?
it?
Aye.
Yeah.
First round.
And it was for a British title as well.
Muay Thai
Muay Thai,
GB,
Great
whatever
Britain.
it's called. Britain.
So again, I
British
think it
title.
was just that's what the controversy was because of the significance of the fights, and everybody was a
But
bit like,
even
oh,
after,
they
even
shouldn't
after you
stop.
get to 7 and you don't wave it off, and then he does stand up, you still got to walk, and then he'd be like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you could, even when the guy's standing up, what's worse, like getting it waved off down in the flare, or you stand up and you kind of stumble towards the ref, and then the
Oh,
referee
bastard,
still goes.
I nearly made it.
The referee still says, "No, you're not doing it." Folk will
Yeah.
still be like, "Oh no, he was fine. Oh no, he's fine."
I think
Taylor's
it's-
job in the wee Thai referee job is to stop them getting any unnecessary damage.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get a flash knockdown and you bounce up and you're like, "Right, no, I'm cool," and you're talking, you're like, "Right, on you go and fight."
Yeah, yeah.
If you're standing there, whoa,
It's a
the
thankless,
referee's like that right now.
thankless job being a referee, man. You just got to
I'd like a
accept
shot
your
of a
decision.
referee. Can I referee one of your undercard fights next year? I was in the gym
I've
the other day.
refereed too many interclubs, and it's like square goes off of 30-year-old guys, and they're just like, I'm
just
like,
gone for it.
technical guys.
Do you know,
technical."
so a funny interclub story. See, we were up at a grip house interview, and
Interview?
Interview.
At interclub.
interclub, and
There you
it was
He needs a coffee.
there was I'll not mention who it was refereeing, but there was no, it wasn't actually. So there was two wee guys, and Justin was standing on the side of the apron and said something. And he said, the wee guy turned and was like, here, I'm refereeing or something. I was like, oh, what? And Justin just looked at something, just looked at, I can't remember who it was, like Liam Donnelly or Kyle.
Was that when Justin would
Looked at him like, who the fuck is he talking to? I was like, it's absolutely brilliant.
More animosity at interclubs nowadays than you do at fight shows.
Aye.
I was got myself, man, it's brilliant.
I started refereeing for junior shows now, and then I was like, I'm not doing this. Fuck this, man. Winning over and your back's there, and then they go that fast, you miss things, you're like, oh, what happened there?
And they're always like pushing the face. Like, what's the face? Keep your hands down.
Watch your hands, kids.
Or you getting... Kenny Burnett had to get him into trouble when he was, what were you, 14, 15? John Craigshaw was doing 2 junior fights in the same night. Well, I would do both. And he naturally kicks high, as you've seen, because Tyler felt the
Kick my head.
he was booting. I was like, would you see if you? I was getting him into balls. Like, see if you don't stop kicking him in the heat, you could get this fight stopped. He's like, Kerry Burnett, come on, get him tilt.
Oh, you're going on,
Then you're like, that ref hates me.
I can't be bastard.
So Kenny's getting the abuse. I was like, you just keep nearly kicking the wee guy in the heat.
Oh, brilliant.
No, so I mean, just sort of like rounding up, I would like to go to like, obviously like just kind of going back to the Hungryside show. Have you got any future? Have you got matchups in mind?
No.
Is there anybody you'd want?
I'm deliberately trying not to think about fights.
Nearly January,
Hard,
mate.
mate. So here talking about fights, mate.
I know. I went
Must be
holidays.
somewhere
I think
in
it's
the
like
like-
20 quid to Malta the day. I was just on Ryanair. Like, so let's
That's
go.
what I'm
Let's
on.
see the Maltese flight. I went on
never been to
holiday
Malta.
to Portugal for a week, and I'm like, right, I'm not going to think about fights, and then I started messaging folk about
Aye.
fights and
I've
whatever.
not a message
But,
yet.
I
I was
passed you.
on it.
I've got a couple of fights, I think ideas for fights.
Craig knows cool Thai guys. What was that boy you messaged me about ages ago? I can't even
In
remember.
fact, he's in Scotland now. He's up at Hanneman. So he's moving to England.
What's his name?
Him versus Jamie Arson, a good fight.
Aye, that's who it was.
Very good
What's
fight.
his name?
Paul Jodson Chai, his name is.
Jodson Chai.
I'll send. He's really,
Yod.
really good.
Does he fight at 76?
No, he doesn't actually. He fights about 70, but he probably could fight at 76. Don't know. You need to speak
That's
to him.
when
but
Jamie was 72
I've
and a
watched
half, though, I think you
I've
told me
watched
about
him like he fights in Bangkok and stuff, and like, see, he doesn't even train, and he's just so smart.
Natural, aye.
He's just so smart. I
Probably
If I
not.
put a veterans fight on, since Panicos and...
I loved watching the Oran Moore
John
stories. You were getting called out,
I
Ali.
know, I
Aye,
know.
I got a couple
Gary
of-
O'Brien's.
Aye.
The Power of
I
Scotland
got a
stories,
couple
aye.
of who was it? Somebody said about me and Lewis George, but I think Lewis George fights about 58 kilo, so light.
Aye, that was the same for...
Yeah.
That's the one that was asking for Liam. Aye.
No, it'd
Then
be-
I
it'd be great to see.
Who do you want to fight next year?
Aye,
Just all the top guys in the division.
Just whoever. I'd fight anything.
Whatever.
Just whoever.
Anybody.
Aye, not really
On
any
the armchair
particular.
extras, I get Craig versus Ty guy in the bar.
Who
Get
said
a-
that?
Just randoms.
No, you
Just fans, Craig, your fans.
Fuck,
They've
my
got the Craig
fans.
Marshall t-shirt. Even though I don't.
Me like that. Mate, I was just
I've
thinking
got
that.
one.
I know.
Mate, see when you mate, I'll tell you what, bounce to my house after this and I'll get my t-shirt. Oh, fuck. My head's been up my arse,
It's
mate.
on camera now.
But
so
I
you're gonna
noticed,
be on it.
and what I would say was, like, during the media for the show and that, I said to you, you done phenomenal, you held yourself really well. And then after the fight and all that, perfect. But I was at a kid, like after the fight and the celebration, I was at a kid show, Anarchy show 2 weeks ago, and there was a wee kid at the end of it.
That's what I'm saying, the Marshall.
Was doing that, the Craig Marshall.
Enzo done it as well.
Aye,
Enzo
Enzo,
Kev
Kevin.
was sending me.
Ben Cunningham as well.
Ben
from
Cunningham,
Old
seen
Bees
Old
as
Bees,
well.
done
Up at the Dundee show.
But with
Start a trend, mate.
with now having a fan base, what I would say as a friend, as a promoter is,
Screwed
no,
it up.
aye. But with greatness, you have some responsibilities because now you've got little kids looking up to you.
That's it.
So that little kid has done that a couple of weeks ago and sees you at Ali's show and you're sitting mangled.
I know you
I
need to be
know
a
it.
professional now, Craig.
You need
You
to
need
see
to
you
be
get
Somebody
mangled.
like that.
This is an intervention. It's no just a
This isn't an
podcast.
interview, is it?
This is an intervention. Come in.
We'll be mad with it until after the show.
Aye.
Ali's paid you. You've paid him to say that.
No, but in general, any show.
No.
Are you going Saturday?
I am going
You
to
can
start.
sit beside me then.
Right,
Look
cool.
after me.
You
No, I
guys
don't-
on seconds, that alright with you?
I'm doing this at
Alan.
a personal point of view.
12.
2 years ago, when I was just starting fighting and I just started my gym. I used to go to Power Scotland shows and get honking and be dancing about and make a right cunt myself. And my late wife used to always say to me, look, you're screwing that, you've got kids that look up to you and all that. But because the kids were never at the shows, I was like, I'm fine. But after a couple of years, I'm like, right, I need to screw up. I like to have a drink. Usually
Most
it's
folk
after
go-
the show.
Most folk go to Muay, look, it's a kind of coaches do it because there's not as many games like that and it's packed. It's like,
It's because it's on a Sunday.
and it's a Sunday after and it's bank holiday Monday,
But
whatever.
Yeah.
back in the day when I was fighting, you didn't have all this social
No.
media and you couldn't actually do it as a joke.
But everybody
Know
can
what I mean?
film you, man. Poof, poof, poof.
Aye.
Look at
So you've got
There's a video of me at the last one, so I went to jump in the ring.
and you fell.
Aye, fell right my back. Hammy Brown.
Rubbing legs. And everybody's like,
Hammy
"That's
Brown
alright."
commented something, I can't remember what he said, but was it? It was something like, that wasn't a very good example you set or something. I was like, bastard.
I know.
So people
well,
seen
with
that.
greatness
I know.
comes responsibility.
And he's only saying it
You've
for a
got
point of love,
fans.
you know.
That's it.
You've got fans now. British champion could be going on to be world champion.
He's
Saying
already
that
said
is
Chris
UK
give him a
number
heart to
one,
heart and all.
Innit?
One thing we can go over lastly is I felt, especially from my sort of perspective, the media coverage for this show is, I felt like
Amazing,
really
Scott, you
nice.
did a brilliant job.
Not just me, tongue tied. Fights
Fights
are
our guy out, I like
Fights
that.
are got a good,
I want
Fights
to
are
speak
got a
about
good video.
both of them. I felt you guys done excellent. I felt Eric was an outstanding asset to
Yeah.
the show.
Who's Eric? Fights are.
yeah,
Fights
that's
are-
what
that's-
runs Fights are. And
He has told me his
Jim.
name before, but
He got a good
Aye.
video of me knocking out and then going to the crowd.
Yeah.
Aye.
That was a good one. So I've watched my fight. I've watched that video so many times, and each time I've watched different folks' reactions just to see.
Oh,
You're
is
not
it
a
not, but
narcissist
I,
at
th- I
all.
think the media
Aye.
is a big aspect to this
I
show.
felt it definitely helped grow the show because especially just looking back at your first show.
But even like the first show, I ended up going out boots in the ground myself and doing it all at the shows and that.
Aye.
And then for the back of that, you started doing yours.
Aye.
And then other people have been doing
Aye.
it. So for Hungryside to now grow to you doing the media and you got to take over for media. But then
You can't do everything yourself.
No,
That's what I'm
no.
like.
That-
I
that's-
can't be PT and in the gym training
Yeah.
fighters. You're in a corner. You're trying to do
Aye.
interviews. Folk are asking.
To
like,
organise a show.
You can't wear 10 different hats. You're like,
Aye.
no, you just do that bit.
Aye.
I'll do this bit, and then
So,
when it's a
la-
showtime,
last year-
you know, down in the corners, like, I'll do whatever corners folk want me in, but I'm
do
not
the
like,
media for
yeah.
you
I'm not
if
like
you want.
main corner guy.
No,
when I've got
exactly.
fighters on, you're
You're
like,
running
this is
a
the
bit.
show bit.
Like last year, you asked me just before the media day, like 3 days before the media day, oh, we've got these guys.
Aye, it was Ali.
For fight's sake, blah,
Yes,
blah,
you're
blah,
welcome.
blah.
You're welcome.
And then
man.
I'm just
I had a quick
one Muay
look,
Thai Jesus. That's what I call myself. I just give it to the public.
and a quick look at the page and went, aye, but why not? But they ended up getting me out of a hole because
You're trying to do too much.
Like Miles, the fight division, was meant to do Joe Ryan interview and it disappeared.
Aye.
And then they stepped in and done it.
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
since then we've just built a friendship
Aye.
up.
Aye.
And then I've saw the quality of their work. So it's just
Oh,
and
my
that,
friends.
Friends.
Oh, we can be friends.
just a partnership.
Aye.
No, I've enjoyed working alongside you. With
So
the
you helping
shows, innit?
Ziggy promote Shut Up and Fight?
Yes, so
just kinda getting
we've been doing a bit more of just like the show itself coverage. Obviously, the biggest main event on that was Rona versus Uma. That personally, I can't wait because we got that fight through when we flew over to Sweden for the Odd and More show.
Aye.
We got introduced to David Lithenberg, probably butchered his name, sorry, but he basically gave us a
Blonde
list
guy.
of fighters. The guy that looks like Guy Ramsey.
Blonde guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks in his
Is
hair.
that Joanna's coach?
Joanna's
Yeah, Joanna.
Joanna
so
Patterson.
he gave us
I know who you're talking about.
he gave us a list of like potential fighters, and I
He's a
know
good-looking guy.
Rona had spoke about maybe appearing on RWS as well, and
You just break other chairs. I've already swapped chairs with this fat pie, and he's just breaking more chairs.
I know Rona had spoke about appearing on RWS, and we thought like obviously Uma had appeared on RWS. She fought that Brazilian. Oh, what's her name?
Barbara.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, Barbara. She's
not
not
very
she's not
Brazilian
champ
name,
anymore. She got
Aguarela.
stripped, but she won. But I thought that was going to be a great matchup, and because we knew Rona really wanted to fight as well in Glasgow for the remainder of the year anyway. So that kind of came together through that, and I think that's probably one of my most exciting
Rona
fights.
world champion.
WKA
WKA
World
world
Champion.
This
I get
isn't
one of them,
for.
by the way. I get one of them.
There you
Ages
go.
ago.
Back in the day.
Before
This
social
isn't
media.
for a world title. This is
Just a straight fight.
This is a straight normal fight. 3 minutes. So it'll be interesting to see.
What
how
weight's
it all
that
plays out.
52.5.
Yeah, I think it's 115 pounds or something.
Oh, that's kind of
Is that what they're getting paid?
No, it does. It works out to be like,
No,
I don't know, like,
Mescho's not the promoter.
it's like
Used to that,
12,000
£5,000.
Swedish krona or something. I don't know. It's like, they've got.
When's that? When's your fight?
I bet, do you know there's
15th
different
of
krona?
November.
Off topic, but do you know there's different krona? Because my boss, my podiatry guy, sponsored, he's just back from Sweden. There's Swedish krona and then there's Norwegian krona.
Aye.
Different krona.
They've all got. No, this is
I was
Swedish krona, don't worry.
Swedish krona.
Aye, but
Prefer Mexican
that
They're
krona.
paying John Collins guy in euros.
Jeez.
we were trying to get
Actually,
Andy matched up.
He just
Ben-
fought last week, you
It's
know?
not happening.
We're shitting
It
ourselves.
actually benefits you paying them in euros.
No.
Does it?
I've done it just there, right?
For the Irish.
I can imagine. But no, I think we'll wrap up there, lads.
I know. Been a
Thank
good
you.
laugh.
It's been great. We've discussed some
Perfect.
good topics, but yeah.
With great
so
power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man.
That's it. That's the sign off line. So thanks very much, guys, and we'll see
Round
you all
of
soon.
applause.
Yes.
Hold on.
Perfect.
Whoop, whoop,
Hold
whoop.
on.
I need a sunbed.
I need a...
I was going to go for a sunbed haircut today.
Smashed it, lads.
Oh,
Man.